Hello everybody, welcome back to Outer Worlds 2. In this stream, we are going to continue investigating Praetor and move on with the story content finally. Let's see where we're at. Let's go to western side of Praetor.
After my
Give me a
few
second.
sordid encounters with your
Figure
cult,
something out.
I find myself unable to envision such an existence. Does not a life of unrestrained impulse grow old?
It is not a life of unrestrained impulse. We are fired by our love of the rifts and the possibilities they foretold, which has loosed us from society's constraints.
Society's constraints keep people safe. Eventually, even the wildest cultist will be forced.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Okay.
Contend with that and begin to doubt.
Like protectorate subjects do when they're away from the prying eyes of others.
Devotion fails only those with something to hide.
So all of them then.
The sound wasn't coming through my headset, so okay. Let me get on this box. Well, that looks like it's it. Interstitial
What in
Reconfiguration
blazes?
Center.
Where is everyone? This entryway should be teeming with guards.
I'm not complaining. Just saying, jeez.
Attention IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console. Attendance is mandatory.
Announcements are seldom so pressing that everyone must leave their posts. I find myself wary. I am trying.
Something's definitely wrong here.
Aggressor at hand.
Dropped us off here.
This place should be locked down and buttoned up tighter than Tristan's attitude. So where is everyone?
Attention IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console. Attendance.
Announcements are seldom so pressing that everyone must leave their posts. I find myself wary.
Damn. This isn't gonna work.
Suspicious data. Unfamiliar source. Further search is of limited utility.
Where is everybody? Oh, well, can't grab it. Well, alright. Well, this is the entrance. Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. Alright, let's check this out.
anomalous event. The Interstitial Hall and Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype Rift Anomaly Modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Where is everybody? The lockdown is active. Better find a way to shut it down then. That's sealed. Well, let's head into security and see what's out there for us.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly. For I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
This paradigm we serve?
What? That's impossible. This must be some kind of ploy on the consul's behalf. I don't believe it.
I smell regicide. The sovereign's certainly dead.
So dry those tears as I call upon you to
Arrival and departure logs, arrival solstice, departure solstice, arrival unavowed, departure unavowed.
finish our great sovereign's work and purge
More
our
crates of
kingdom
Boar Slough
of
arrived today,
those
assigned
who
for delivery
seek
to the Prestige Observation Suite.
We shall
Third time in as
crush
many
our
weeks, and yet we've had
victory
no visiting luminaries,
and
save the
step
console
into
weekly.
the prosperous future.
I can't imagine he's putting away that much loaf, and certainly not a single afternoon. So he's eating more than he's should be.
That scum. That miserable scum. To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the sovereign. I shall not rest until the consul pays for his treachery, and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. Were they still the Protectorate, such would be a traitorous aim to entertain. But a Protectorate led by the Consul is no Protectorate at all. I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed. I shall attend to that matter once it presents itself. I sincerely doubt this is the end of my thoughts related to the matter, but we've wasted enough time with my ruminating. Let us be off.
Yeah, you're right. Just buying food. Can't hurt to have food. Only way to go forward.
Back to it.
Oh, an enemy.
Help you with something? Aborting search.
Oh, our selfless sovereign.
I am primed to punish.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was about to shoot them. Okay, I don't mean to interrupt your... I don't mean to kill you, researchers. You're good, you're good. I'm not gonna kill you. You okay? Can I... You're okay.
His case sees all.
Trust the plan, preserve set progress.
No, I'm not gonna kill you. Relax. Okay?
There must be something here. Arbiter, I know I do not have leave to access these security files, but I can assure you, my intentions are in service to the Protectorate.
At ease, subject. I've no business with you.
Then, does your arrival have something to do with the commotion I heard just now? Are we under attack by the enemy?
Well, we are the... What kind of... What are you
Looking for
doing?
proof. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. So it is my duty to report him.
Of course. Tell me of these security lapses.
Albin Vaillancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I recommend he be replaced until such time as his behavior has received proper scrutiny and subsequent correction.
I'd be happy to permanently
No,
correct
Aza.
his behavior.
Do I know you? Your voice sounds strikingly familiar.
I don't think... I mean, definitely not. You must be mistaken.
I remind you that I am in no way beholden to your recommendations, subject. Whether or not your compatriot receives correction is up to my discretion alone.
Oh, of course. Should you require further data points for your assessment, however, I would most dutifully provide them, including my version of the recent incident.
Sounds good to me. You mentioned an incident?
Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a Rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Vaillancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence.
What do you suspect happened?
Coincidence is not causation, I know. But with recent events being what they are, it's difficult not to draw certain unpalatable theories beyond mere incompetence. Sabotage comes foremost to mind, though the perpetrator and purpose remain a mystery. If only Vaillancourt was not at permanent cross-purposes with me.
Is there anything I can do?
You are in the company of an arbiter, so perhaps you can be trusted. Whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Vaillancourt is forcing my hand here. Aren't you clever? Well, I too am clever. For instance, I've already deduced a means for achieving access to the restricted wing. Should you be willing to assist me?
Yes.
That is privileged information. No, but they may prevent that future from becoming an inevitability. Back to the topic at hand. Do we have an accord? Or do you intend to make further errors in judgment by rejecting my help?
No, we're good. We're willing to try.
The prototype Rift Modulator is currently in Interstitial Hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Vaillancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing.
Spare key card.
I'll monitor your progress
Prototype
from
Rift
here.
Modulator.
Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and Rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing.
Any last piece of advice?
Vaillancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within.
Got it.
But should this announcement not have come from the Sovereign himself?
Fine. We can't be expected to sleep.
Better than bivouacking on Cloister. Have the toes missing his testament.
Malefactor ahead.
Well, we can't go that way.
Make me walk on over there, huh?
Oh, cute.
How long has the weapon been sitting inside that rift now? An hour? 2?
I thought you were keeping time.
What? Merit study.
No, we're fine. They're just scientists. No.
Probably hold up somewhere. Contact lost. Forever vigilant.
There's the lift.
Modulator. Oh, they still my heart. To interact with the rifts will be to touch perfection.
That's Alza, please. But how do we? Prototype Rift device is a mysterious tool built by the Protectorate to study and stabilize rifts. To use, approach and interact with the rift to temporarily stabilize it, revealing objects consumed by the rift.
High priority alert. The prototype Rift modulator has been removed without proper authorization. Lockdown initiated.
Shit.
Quickly, use the modulator to open the rift. It may provide your only avenue for escape.
Where's my inventory? Wait, it says to use X to use it, but like... Ah! second. I gotta look it up. Sorry. Yeah.
The unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the Rift Modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself of it.
Nah.
It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center, aided and abetted by one of our very own arbiters, no less. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. A crude assessment and utterly untrue.
Nah, I don't want to
am
sell out the
perfectly
head
accommodating
researcher.
to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? Sophia? You'll have to forgive me if I find that worthy of a hearty guffaw. She's as dedicated as they come.
Well, I told
to
you.
A fault, even. What were the circumstances behind your collaboration? Did you threaten her, perhaps? Inflict some measure of pain? Did she cry?
I didn't need to.
This is about that disastrous Rift experiment, isn't it? She's asked you to look into it, hasn't she? I should have known she wouldn't let that lie. Dr. Hurley has clearly gone spare if she's teamed up with an interloper. It would be a damned shame if that transgression led to a more grievous accident for her. You ask too many questions.
Fine.
Your
Keep your
reward
secrets.
would be ambling out of here on 2 working legs. My offer is simple. Your freedom in exchange for Hurley's life.
No. No.
You may, but not for too long. Of course, in spite of this tacit armistice, my guards will still attack you on sight. I have to make a good show of doing my duty. You understand. I'll release the lift, but you'll have to find your own way from there. Meet me in the hangar when all is squared away with Hurley. I'll be waiting.
I certainly hope this is all part of some grand strategy, Commander.
I know.
Vaillancourt
Just
cannot be
why
trusted.
are you so close?
Remember that.
Genius, Commander. Play both sides against each other. Keep them guessing about your loyalties.
Well, at least both of them have. Both of them have something to say about that. Wait, I don't have the maintenance key, right? Yeah, I don't have the maintenance access card. Fine, let's go. I know, we'll figure something out, Ozzy. Just
Quick once over.
Unfriendly company.
sorry. Not really, but yikes, I blew the guy's head off. Good for me. Ew. Ascent bar restored. Ooh, wait. There is a lot of bore slope here, like they said.
Don't be reluctant to unfold any rifts you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
Teardrop's not a good look, Commander.
Oh, I came a little too close. Okay. I went a little too close to it. A mysterious new type of rift has reportedly appeared, containing dangerous beasts said to be aggressive, powerful, and immune to many types of attacks. Track down and dispatch these rift creatures to claim sizable rewards. Visit terminals on landing pads on Paradise Island, Golden Ridge, Cloister, or Praetor for more on this exciting offer.
Sharp enough.
Suppose there's been
Hostiles
another
near.
incident, like the one with the song.
At your word, I shall charge!
Oh, wait, that was a scientist, wasn't it? Oh, shit.
Giving chase.
Fuck. Fuck. I didn't mean to kill these innocent people.
Attacking. Loading anew. They envy our prosperity.
For mayhem.
I'm so sorry, guys. Ooh, head roll, mini rolls. Kill Dr. Hurley for Chief Vaillancourt, and then help Dr. Hurley gain access to the restricted wing. Well, I think I will help Dr. Hurley.
A little too clean for my taste. Makes you wonder what...
They're giving us a lot of these, actually. That's very nice. That's nice of them. Oh, let's see if we can get some info on it. Security Chief Vaillancourt, did you suffer some kind of cerebral trauma after taking command of that facility? Is it not enough that I shield you from the endless complaints levied against you by your underlings? Now must I also contend with this indiscriminate attempt on the Sovereign's life? You are a fine sentinel, and it is for that reason alone that I have not submitted a recommendation to have you refreshed for this embarrassment. Never presume to act in my name without my authorization again. This is your only warning. Mannequins for the recent Destructibles test. Hurley. I was forced to administer another formal reprimand to Dr. Hurley, firstly for catching her nosing about outside of the restricted ring again, and the second for the venom she spat at me as I escorted her back to her office. Quite the tongue on that one. I wonder if she would be amenable to dinner, provided I'm not forced to dispatch her for insubordination before then. Ooh. Restricted. How do I escape? How do I get back to Dr. Hurley?
That odd rift, well, odder than usual, remains unopened. I admit to some amount of curiosity as to its contents.
The Armageddon.
I feel driveless. Back to it. Trust the plan, preserve set progress.
Having that device nabbed on his watch, N.I.A.C guarantees Vaillancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first. What? If that's true, we must act quickly. Anything on his terminal cannot be relied upon for long. We need proof we can hold in our hands. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator so we can begin searching for more irrefutable proof.
I guess we're taking lead researcher Hurley's side.
There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfigurating matter that breaks my arm. Rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner.
The adult mannequin is wearing a necklace engraved with a date and the following inscription. Forever together under the sun, HV. Not much more can be gained.
But use your imagination to
This badly damaged Rift generator has been reconstituted by your prototype Rift device. Investigate the cause of the failed experiment. The nature of rifted matter has made it difficult to discern much of what caused the accident.
conjure the original scene that could lead us to the evidence we need.
It seems this uncommonly small mannequin and children's toy was staged as part of the experiment. However, nothing here indicates how the incident happened or who was responsible. Reassembled note. A certain part must be removed from the Rift generator prior to today's demonstration for safety reasons. I have enclosed an image of the part in question. Make sure it's done discreetly. I do not want to hear from any of the scientists that you pester them with questions in the midst of our preparations. Chief Vaillancourt. It seems it's like, Take Rift residue.
You've discovered something?
Oh, Rift residue, yes.
I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would characterize Vaillancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. A man cannot defecate without humming a protectorate anthem. For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Vaillancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. Did you uncover anything else?
Yes. This was an assassination attempt on the Sovereign.
I had heard rumors of the Sovereign's diminished popularity since the war began, but I scarcely trusted their veracity. That any subject should commit such an abominable offense against the Matriarch's own blood? It is nigh impossible to fathom. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you have any additional points of data, please share them.
Nope.
I think I can formulate my own conclusion from here. Our dear head of security has much to answer for. We need to go and confront Vaillancourt, now.
Right behind you.
I'm no longer willing to wait for the arc of justice to bend in my favor. Vaillancourt needs to die for what he's done. If I distract him, can I count on you to do the rest?
Yes. What kind of distraction?
The kind that buys you time to do what you need to. If we can find a way to isolate Vaillancourt from his forces, he will be much easier to deal with. I'll go first. Follow behind, but not too closely. We don't want him to see you. If you can reach the back of the hangar, stealthily, there's a ladder up to some turrets, which you can deploy against Vaillancourt. Careful not to turn them on me, too. I'll keep Vaillancourt talking so that you can get a good angle on him. But his patience isn't limitless, so be swift. Attack when ready. No need to wait for a signal from me. Oh, and there's also a rift in the hangar. An experimental byproduct, as it were. I would avoid interacting with it, lest you alert Vaillancourt to our ploy.
intended to pay court to your office after dealing with a minor situation. Kind of you to spare me the trek.
Hold the pleasantries, Vaillancourt. I know you sabotaged the experiment that nearly killed me and the Sovereign. I have the proof.
You've turned into such a disappointment, Sophia. First, you blunder my perfect plan with your disgusting heroism. And now you conspire with outsiders.
That outsider barely needed my help. Of the two of us, clearly it is you whose job efficacy has most deteriorated.
Bold of you to assume I don't have everything under control. Or did you think I hadn't cottoned on to this obvious distraction?
Distraction? I don't know what—
You'll die now, burglar. Shame. And you, thief, you may as well cease your lurking. I know you're here. It should go without saying that our agreement is now null and void, seeing as you left the unclean work of dispatching Hurley to me.
It's a fight!
Oh man, poor Hurley.
I've eyes.
Well, it sucks that this happened. Well, we did it. We got the Rift Anomaly. Or, yeah. The Rift Modulator.
have the Rift Modulator. Any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
A complication with a computronic cerebrum. Talk Auntie's choice or the Order into helping take the archive.
When you have a moment, Commander, I'd like to talk.
Commander, I've been thinking on the fact that so many of my slack-witted brethren believe it reasonable that I've been marked for death. So much so that I've missed the obvious, our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Point taken. You know, I really should have seen the flaw in recruiting suggestible slackwits to our cause. But Severin is different. I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that. Very well. Let's just say that he was forbidden to associate with me and leave it at that. Anyway, if he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. I should have been checking our comm devices, damn it. I know we have camps on Cloister and Praetor, but I'm not sure of the exact locations. I'd like to try to find one and clear it out so I can access one of our devices. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end to this nonsense.
Sure thing. And this is the next part of her companion quest.
Commander, I have news. I finally heard back from Virgil. His message was suitably vague. I suspect he fears the Consul's eyes scanning his message, but I believe it to refer to the Arbiter training facility located on Paradise Island.
Great, let's go.
Bringing our findings to Virgil will hopefully allow us to deduce something from all that we found. I only hope it dispels some of the muddiness we've encountered so far. Further complications would be most disagreeable.
Okay, let's head to Laplace's Garden on Cloister. Yeah. Okay. The Order. So, let's go with... Oh wait, don't I need... I feel like I might change my party members here in order to access Laplace's Garden. I don't think I can have Marisol with me. Yeah. This looks like a nice place.
Ah, Agent, I have a message for you.
Yes.
On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's Garden. The Presiding Bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs.
Great, thanks. What can you tell me about her?
Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview.
You said the presiding bishop is indisposed?
Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is.
Okay.
May all your problems precede solutions.
Time to see if the rumors about this place are true.
Smart researchers patronize the scientician's surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically determined prices.
You know, this place seems nice. It's sheltered from the cold.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
Agent, over here.
Yes.
Ah, there you are.
The car Laureate.
I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's Choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward.
You can rely on
In the
me.
meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
A visitor. It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly with my tools when interrupted, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away.
Yes.
What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. A more cynical exemplar might posit his doing this to be intentional. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support, which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia.
I'm the most... No. That may well
I'm
be the
glad
case.
we're in accord. The presiding bishop's leadership allows the order to act in Arcadia's best interest. Without her, we would be nothing. The corporate invaders will suck Arcadia of its resources and cast it to the wind. And the Protectorate are no better than machines. Moreover, once we solve the universal equation, it will benefit all of humanity. You, me, everyone. No more suffering, no more doubt. It is indeed a good deal. But we can return to your initial point. There is a task of pivotal importance to the Order, but I cannot entrust it with just any come-by-chance outsider. As head of the Order's exemplars, it's my responsibility to assess whose aims upon Ruth may be malicious. Prove yourself to me first, then we may discuss the rest.
How do I do that?
To the point. Very well. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. First, the Order's artillery has long since been rendered inoperable by Protectorate attacks. Second, Newton is a heritage site, so I don't want it reduced to cinders. And third, and most importantly, that would tell me nothing of your trustworthiness. Journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth.
You got a deal.
I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines.
Probably best to mention this to Asa before we smear blood all over Newton.
Clear out the cultists. Right. Well, let's head out and bring Asa with us. How do I leave?
Never would have guessed the Order had all this space available, given what we saw at Matriarch's Mercy. Wonder why they're not moving folks in.
The scientician surplus. No more than what you need.
Well, I guess we'll swap out someone for Asa. Keep doing this. Okay, clearing out the cultists from Newton. Cross the bridge and to the left. Look at that rift.
I don't require a seer to predict we'll never agree on theology, Asa. Have you ever considered not killing everyone who disagrees with your beliefs?
Where's the fun in that?
Removing someone from the equation isn't supposed to be fun, dear. It should be a last resort, lest you introduce too many random variables.
What are you talking about? Random variables are the fun.
These two are great together. Newton.
Open.
Something's definitely wrong here.
Balls! Supposed to shoot the enemy! no problems now that we've acquired the modulator.
What is it, Asa?
I'm not just saying this because I take great joy in the killing of those who have betrayed me, but we should find some glorious dawn camps so I can send a message to my old friend.
We'll get to that as soon as we can.
What? Sorry. Caught me lost in my upper story. There's something you wanted to converse on?
What were you saying about Glorious Dawn?
Simply that as much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
If we're bound next for Newton, might be wise for Asa to head back to the ship.
Though I'd also point out that if I can resolve my problems with the Glorious Dawn, then I may be more effective in Newton, whether that be through diplomacy or killing.
You there! You need to leave. This is a holy site. Non-believers are not welcome. Did you not hear me? You must leave unless you wish to be ushered into perfection before the rest of this architect-forsaken colony. I don't care what your boorish and uneducated opinion is. The bridge is blocked by a rift. You can only enter to offer yourself to the rift by being thrown into it. No, we're not unthinking fools swayed by superstition. Our beliefs are scientifically proven by the esteemed leader themselves, who is infallible. Obviously, this is a wondrous time, friend. Our name was not chosen at random. It is a glorious dawn for all humankind. The rifts are a means to achieve a perfect state of being. And they are once again active after laying relatively dormant for years. The end of our tortured existence is nigh. I don't know what to say to that. Is that good? I need guidance. Hierarch Wolcott! So, the power to manipulate rifts. That seems,
Well, here he comes.
Let me just say I apologize if I've offended you in any way.
Did I hear something about manipulating the rifts, Acolyte? That smacks of false scientism, bordering on heresy. You should know that the rifts are inviolate perfection. And you may be able to fool an Acolyte, but I'm not as easily flummoxed. In what way can you possibly manipulate that which is the Architect's own tool for our salvation? You come into my house and insult me and then think to just walk away? Glorious Dawn! Attack the interlopers, now!
Well,
Retreating to a guarded position.
well.
Fortificator is charged. Preservation of priority.
Changing magazine.
Building out a hostage.
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Locking them down. Mitigating the threat.
Cleared out the corpus. And now that rift. That's our way across, but... Can we return to here? Yeah, we can return to here pretty fast. We got a lot of collectibles to get. Makeshift bomb. Let's see what perk, like, cause I can unlock a lot of perks right now. Gain bonus damage from any faction. Okay, let's...
I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultists at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another? I shall allow myself a moment of relief. Moment passed. I'd hoped killing the cultists was its own reward. But you may also take this. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you?
Let's hear it.
One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it.
What's the Hyperion Reticulum?
The web is an order-crafted network of information collection satellites. Our would-be protectorate overlords squandered them as glorified surveillance devices. We actually implanted a back door in the web to bring it back under our control, should a circumstance like this arise. But we did not foresee certain protectorate modifications. But let's not speak of that. Find a way past the protectorate at the crash site, collect the data, and return it here. Violence is likely, but perhaps you'll find an alternative.
You can... Any ideas on how I might be able to solve this without
Only
violence?
theoretically. The protectorate guarding the site will be anything but welcoming. You'd likely need to find something, or someone, to wrest their attention away from you. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars find answers to their solutions at the CAF integration point. Perhaps you might do the same. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloody demise.
The Protectorate, eh? Well, looks like we need Tristan. What would you like to squat up in? Let's look at the map.
Sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, Command.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
No battlefield decorum.
Here it is. Retrieve data. Well, I guess violence is always the first solution. Violence is always the answer. Okay. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? We've gotten the data you wanted.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Not by a factor of thousands. You'll have to tell me about your scholastic experiences someday, colleague. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
All right, all right.
Good to see you again. I had hoped we could speak earlier, but no matter. Little time remains. You are a crucial variable in the solution to a critical problem. Since the unfortunate end of the peace talks, Gertie and I have kept in communication. We believe it is still possible to get the Order and Auntie's choice.
Why does his facial hair look like it's like glued on?
Go in to speak with the presiding bishop. Please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia.
I understand.
Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance. Only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds.
That must be the sensory deprivation
The
chamber.
Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now, with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Faith is trust without evidence. You deserve far more than that. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Basar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future.
It's an honor to meet you.
I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
Thank you.
If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's Garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that?
An alliance.
I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise. Were it so easy, delegates would not have been required prior to now.
I can see there's nothing I can say to convince you, is
Don't
there?
feel ashamed. Not even my own laureates can move me on certain matters. I will speak with Levin and tell him to cease all transmissions with the undisputed claim immediately. The Order does not require a corporation's help to win this war. But now, let us move on from this discussion. The archive remains at the forefront of my mind, as it must be on yours, or else you would not be here.
But you're right.
Rift data. And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask? It troubles you. What you had to do to get this data. It must have been a difficult choice.
Well, I mean,
But
I don't care if I
difficulty
need
is not a
violence.
metric
I'm just trying to
useful
make
in
myself
judging
look
a
good.
decision as right or wrong. Something hard is only hard. Time determines the rest. Walk me through your plan, then. Once the data is processed, what then? And so it may, but perhaps we are putting the solution before the problem. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot.
How can I
Any
help?
way I interpret the numbers, it is obvious the plan brought you here to deliver the archive out of Protectorate subjugation and back into Order hands. But before we go further, you should be aware, by aligning yourself with us in this matter, Auntie's Choice will almost assuredly see you as a threat to their interests. Are you prepared to accept that consequence?
Yes.
Nobly put. But Auntie Cleo made herself an enemy of all Arcadia when she sent her forces into our colony. Do not assign yourself guilt for what we must do in response. Let us now discuss the particulars of what will be required to reclaim the archive. Fortunately, I have given this some thought, and already have a strategy in place.
Okay, let's hear it.
First, we must reclaim Spirton from the enemy. Spirton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spirton which can deliver our troops into the archive to assist you against the Protectorate. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately,
yes.
I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift.
That's
currently
not
blocking
small.
the bridge.
Good news.
Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan.
So retake Spirton, infiltrate the archive, and unlock the lift. Anything else?
There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive.
What kind of name is
Once
that?
it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more.
And how am I supposed to reclaim Spyreton?
Exemplars will accompany you in any direct assault on Spyreton. But to increase our chances of success and minimize casualties, might I recommend a more indirect approach? Take this access card. It opens a discreet side entrance on the western side of Spyreton, just past a collapsed portion of the outer wall. Once inside, it may be possible to divert power from the Protectorate's turrets via a nearby terminal. The same card should grant you access to the building housing the terminal. Nothing more is writ on my chalkboard at the moment.
All right.
Undoubtedly, all the more reason to adhere to the plan of taking Spyreton and moving Order troops into position. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Hello.
Hello, layperson.
I guess I'm a layperson now. Hello.
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
Not really.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
I cogitate more efficiently knowing you're on our side.
Ew.
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Well, let's go. Let's go to Spyreton.
Appreciate that you cleared out.
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Just say whip.
Can there.
Maybe we should have, like...
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander.
Troublemaker approaching.
Convening efforts.
Please.
Minimizing it.
Spyreton no longer stands under a protectorate banner. I hope this was the right choice.
I'm so sorry, Tristan. we're just killing everybody who is on your side.
Feasibly, some unrecognized particulate. Reacquiring target.
These are just the bodies we see. Imagine how many more there are, buried beneath the snow.
Spyreton has changed hands several times now, but our data suggests this should be the last.
Bring that over here.
Ah, we see you didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled for the optimum moment. Apparently we're meant to hold Spyreton, not assist in taking it.
Wow. Okay. Let's head to Newton. Okay, I think I will... I don't know if I'm gonna make it, honestly.
Have you read any worthwhile periodicals of late?
I'm not much of a reader these days, though I do have a few worn issues of Commander Zane and Buddy I like to flip through every now and then. What about you? What's an Arbiter read in his off hours?
Oh, nothing you'd be interested in. Protectorate periodicals about being loyal subjects and the like. Upholding the sovereign. Nobility and all that.
Sure. I suppose Honor's Captive could conceivably be about honor and restraint. Like the cover of that one myself.
Let's go to the archive. Utilize the archive to process the Rift data.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
The archive's entryway bristles with protectorate weaponry. In a direct assault, I'm not sure I would even fancy my chances.
Maybe we ought to sneak around a bit first.
Not a bad start, but we should consider calling down backup too. Any hands make for light, slaughter. Now the Spyreton's ours. We should look for some way to access the lift controls. Call the cavalry down from within.
All right.
Neither the Archive nor its many defenders are going anywhere. Let us return when better prepared.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protector.
Assessor Ostergaard making a mess of things again.
Eyes up.
Prudence
Hostiles.
dictates we cherish all we
I, too, would never question the paradigm. Perhaps a brief visit to mental refreshment would put him on track.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Malefactor ahead.
Oh, I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest Crabble rations fell ill. Rumor is somebody died. Was it me? Feels like it was.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent
The console
ruler,
provides,
the
the
console.
system abides. Never eating Crabble again.
The console provides the system abides. Prudence dictates we route all disruptive influences.
beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them to the Okay. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Not a sound. There, a misbegotten fool. Soon to fall.
Invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection.
Prudence dictates we cherish all.
Stranded on a hostile planet, day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and voracious wildlife. Starring noted self-taught survival expert, myself.
Hoyt. Name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts, all about thermal transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept
This
making
pneumatic
excuses
tooth
to
delivery
sneak
drops
off and
snakes off
observe
to
them.
somewhere else in the
Product
Underlands.
research,
If
I
the origin
said.
were discovered,
Very
you could pass an object back through here.
Eventually gave my lieutenant the field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized roe actually makes for some good eating. Included some with this message. Eat up. Fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's
have possession of the lift and are ready to lend assistance to you, Agent. Awaiting the all clear. Executing primary operation. Now!
And here comes the order. Let's hope they're good at crunching more than numbers.
For the equation! Multiply forward.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Recommencing attack.
Here we go. Way to go, guys. Thank you for your assistance. Let's move all these corpses first.
Talk about a feat of industrial engineering. The skill alone. Stick close, Commander. Wouldn't want you wandering off and getting lost.
Armor once worn by Exemplar U.E.N.I.A.C, the first archive operator, both practical and ornamental. An apparatus for detecting Arcadia's coronal mass ejections, which can disrupt the archive's calculations by up to a catastrophic 0.2 decimal points. Exemplar U.E.N.I.A.C had to remove from service after it caused spotty reception of his favorite afternoon wireless serials. Tremor Cleaver Reliquary Display. Prized possession of Exemplar U.E.N.I.A.C, the first archive operator. This cleaver was also the first weapon designed with the aid of the completed archive. Sears Cerebellum Protector Reliquary Display. This extensively tested, well-engineered marvel was the only helmet that the first archive operator, Exemplar U.E.N.I.A.C, trusted to protect her prized cerebellum. That's the spider.
My blood boils at the console's gall. Overtaking the Sovereign at this most vulnerable time for the Protectorate. He will pay 1,000 times for this treachery. Any fool enough to stand beside him will fall as well. Justice will spare none. None!
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need something?
Oh, right. I don't have the observation. I don't have the skills.
Calcaduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly defined.
Well, we need that.
What was in those rations? Not again. Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh.
Void, damn, are you alright?
Just a moment. I have been better. Much better. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Pardon us if we don't shake hands later.
I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. I suppose it is part ceremonial item, part computronical key. Grants special access across the archive by transmitting a series of advanced calculations when waived. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you in exchange for granting me safe passage. The archive would then recognize you as its operator. It will no doubt earn me mental refreshment, perhaps worse. But this way, I retain some measure of hope. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required.
Well, that was easy. I felt bad for that guy. What the?
Is there a protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
Maybe we shouldn't eat these fried crumble patties. Oh, I feel bad. He died. Well.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Organizing replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the archive. I am U.E.N.I.A.C, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience or cognition. Applied statistics might be functionally more apt. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
I have the sinking sensation that this contraption is about to try my patience.
Beg your pardon.
Calm
How
down.
may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of Rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate. Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it. But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query?
We are
The previous operator,
seeking to
Assessor
permanent
Ostergaard of the
closers.
Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago. Though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, Repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators.
Can I shoot it?
I am afraid that no is a mathematical certitude, despite the Protectorate and Auntie's Choice best efforts to prove otherwise.
No must say I admire your drive. Some issues require the conspicuous application of force, such as a fractional reduction in output or descent.
I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses two key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
When active, the archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Normally, it is dispersed by pumping water between the vast ocean below Cloister's exterior and a surface reservoir. I can process the Rift data without its repair, but irreparable damage is likely. Yet, with thermal transfer presently idle, a contingent of Krabbels have made the area a nursery. Drastic changes to heating levels may endanger it.
Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored, oversized crustaceans? There are too many as it is.
The roving minds in the Order can fix many things, but if the archive melts down, I suspect even they will have their hands full.
It is an archival area dedicated to safe upkeep of all data collected in pursuit of the universal equation by the Order of the Ascendant. The sum total of all our accumulated knowledge in punch card form, kept in a low temperature, low humidity environment to improve preservation. It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact causal breakdown between premeditated sabotage, collateral harm, technical ineptitude, and willful hijinks. Some categorical overspill inevitably occurs. Attempts by non-Order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to issues.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work. And soon, everything will be running like clockwork. Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Cloister Underlands. Well, we might as well do both.
Hardly a welcoming scene. Be wary, lest we join the ranks of the corpses yon.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. You ever wonder what your life would have been like if you'd been born outside of Arcadia?
No. For the same reason I do not imagine life as the runt of a canid litter. All other systems are devoid of Arcadia's perfection. They are unworthy of thought.
What I mean is, everything about your life was predetermined. You never had any choices. That doesn't bother you?
I don't believe I understand. Why would I value the merits of choice when I have witnessed you, on multiple occasions, bemoaning exactly such a concept?
I don't bemoan anything. I reflect. A reasonable amount. I don't expect you to understand. If you tried the same, it'd likely fry whatever two-node circuit you call a conscience.
First Arbiter suit prototypes contained temperature control mechanisms, which were phased out due to frequency of combustion. But at present, I wouldn't mind trying my luck.
If it isn't my new favorite operator.
Another new face, glorious. It is so cold, my fingers appear to be in rigor. I've not slept in 3 days, and I've any number of high-risk patients in need of tending. I trust you'll pardon my brusque manner. You've something of import to discuss, I gather? Then you'll understand if I ask you to leave me be. I've little enough time as is.
Sorry.
Hostile!
Hey there. Search completed in a logical and timely manner. Liquored up on artificial flavor.
Seeking cover.
Donnybrook ensues.
Hastening to cover.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides.
Take him out!
The first one is
primed to punish.
These guys didn't see us coming.
Remember,
Bet those inside
our needs come first.
The console provides, the system abides.
Reminds me when I found you, Commander. Practically frozen stiff. Less dead.
identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What? What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything.
I don't know.
Truly? Why, if that were to enact any additional functionality in our lab, it might just be the thing we need to complete our work. Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and so far I've been unsuccessful. For a moment, I believed your efforts to be my first sign of progress. I thought the machines warring to life meant my efforts were successful. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. Perhaps. How much do you know about cellular biology and the inverse hydrophilic transitionary replacement theory? Wonderful! My theory is that rather than just freezing these folk, the LN2CO2 mixture infiltrated their cells, and if I can remove and replace it, then they'll go back to normal. Good thing I'm smart. Of course! If I can replace the carbon and nitrogen with something inert, their bodies will naturally purge the replacements as they slowly return to life. That's brilliant. Why, with a bit of luck, I could have the system up and working within the hour. Thank you for your help. It may be the best shot these poor souls have at returning to life. Let's start testing. Come in, just, please. Be careful not to trigger the fire suppression system. I've removed the passkey, but I don't want to end up like those poor sods.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was...
Wait a minute.
Much easier to do.
Well, now I feel bad.
Without the benefit of my wits, and with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door into a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel, confess my transgressions, and accept retribution, and I'll do so soon.
Got my lamps on an
spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Our system is the best anyone has ever had.
That's a bad company.
Perfection is perfect. Our paradigm is ironclad.
Light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections. The console provides, the system abides.
Make me walk on over there, huh? Investigating hostile act. Prudence dictates, but that was definite.
Well, that guy was stupid. Okay.
Hostiles!
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
Oh! I didn't mean to shatter him. Okay. Wait.
Construction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform. Reposition grid for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted. Apartments and sponges. Go through if necessary.
Troublemaker approaching.
Seems like
Let's just get there.
Breaking for cover. His steady eye above.
How are you? Guns locked and loaded. Just give the signal.
I need to power this off.
I'm inclined to give chase.
Probably hold up somewhere.
Let's get it over with!
Grenade! Away! Hastening to cover.
data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer.
Ain't finished yet, Commander. We still need to send the data brick to the archive before we...
I have the sinking feeling that we have forgotten something.
Alright, alright. Thanks for the... That reminder is actually really helpful, since I would have left otherwise.
Well, let's hop to it, shall we?
Never more content, never more content. What in the void?
Let me know when you need a distraction.
The storage brick is on its way.
Let's repair the thermal transfer net.
I'll admit, the coup caught me on the back foot. Always figured the console for a power snatcher, but I'd never put bits down on him betraying the Sovereign. They seem so tight-knit. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. A real crying shame. Me? Rejoicing over a tyrant squabble? Never. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. The console might be projecting strength, but by my reckon, Protectorate's more unstable now than ever before.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Or not, Protector. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape?
Yes. Why are you trapped?
Why? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small.
Well, you just suck.
Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison.
Desperate times certainly make for strange bedfellows. All right, I have to know. What are you doing to stay that fit? Is it a special regimen, midnight sacrifices, what?
My routine is hardly revolutionary. Stretches in the morning eve, a diet of lean fish and vegetables, and of course 3 hours of limit weightlifting twice a day. Ah, you should join me for one of my sessions. Guns cocked and loaded. Just hit the signal. Whew. I believe there was more to say. Ah, you should join me for one of my sessions. Perhaps we could limit it to an hour of reduced intensity. I'm sure you'll find the screaming in your muscles most invigorating.
I might just take you up on that offer.
Oh. I love everyone's character directions. Here's the thermal transfer.
Whew.
detected. You are cleared to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti's choice field picture is present and unaccounted for.
Let's get him over with!
You get irrationally angry at the smallest of slights. If your fury, in your fury, you're worse at blocking, but your power attacks deal more damage. Let's look for let's actually use a weapon with more ammo.
Would that my fellows were not at odds with us, so I could mourn them fully. Let us be wary to avoid a similar fate. Upon them.
Fastest way forward is through!
This auxiliary pump's seen better days. I reckon we can fix it in 2 ticks with the right tools, though.
Auxiliary pump readjustment kit.
Let's dismiss with the how do you do. Troublemaker approaching. Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. Unless you plan on conjuring ammo from the Aether, we ought to get the crafting stuff.
I know.
We require a fuse to activate a simple valve? I suppose the Order has progressed beyond manual technology?
Take him out!
Even I would likely not prevail in combat with 100 tons of steel.
Fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spartan lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Ah, this is really satisfying though. I know I'm wasting time just smashing all these. Alright, let's actually fix this now.
Excellent. Might we activate this misbegotten system and be on our way?
Troublemaker approach.
At your word, I shall charge!
Now that the pump's working. Let's head back up there. It's...
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Proceed back toward the Archive Central Interface while I assemble additional instructions.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
For all their purported immaculacy, they certainly...
Reacquiring
Our
target.
illustrious ally. We do predict you'll handle. Junior Seer Amaryllis awaits you inside.
Felicitations on securing the archive. Though such an outcome was all but inevitable, the plan truly is unfailing. Moving forward, I'll function as your liaison for all matters pertaining to the archive, until such time as its control has been transferred in its entirety back to the Order. In the meantime, restoring the archive to full functionality remains a top priority. If you've made progress in that area, I'd be pleased to record it. Wonderful! Were we to operate the archive without proper heat distribution, the results would be disastrous. But thankfully, we no longer need to account for that deadly scenario. Punch processing and reactor control have hidden caches with useful items as well. Although, you probably lack clearance to know that. Forget I said anything.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the Rift processing instructions.
Punch processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
We're not even close to being done yet.
The path diverges between punch card processing and the reactor. Had I to guess, I'd expect both to be equally problematic.
Well, I think this is a good place to stop. Because I don't know how long this is going to take. But yes, now we are going, next time we will re-enable the punch processing and disseminate the RIP program, and then repair the archive reactor. So I hope you enjoyed this stream of Outer Worlds 2, and I will catch you guys next time.